If you're out in Adler, Adler gives a completely different feel. It's more village style with some attractions that we will try to see today. Here, distances are very big, so you have to expect to walk a lot. You can rent a scooter or a bicycle. This is an educational center named Sirius for talented school kids. They can actually participate in some educational programs here for about 3 weeks. So this is sort of the central enterprise of this district. This is Sochi Park, which is the theme park. It's a little gloomy today. I believe it takes like forever to make one circle on this. Also here everybody visits the park with the Olympic Club. This area right here is called Olympic Park after the Olympics in 2014 in Sochi. I was not impressed. And this is, by the way, Sochi Park, the amusement park. Where is the roof? That's the Fish Stadium. There you can see a football stadium named Fisht. Fisht is one of the peaks out here in the Caucasian mountains. In Adler there is an international airport. I prefer more the city lifestyle, so I'll show you the main embankment and also the residential part of Sirius. People who come as tourists, they usually go to Sochi Park. Actually, the entrance is a little further away, so if you want to take all those rides, we are going straight on to the sea. So if you cross it over right here, I can actually walk all the way to Fisht and then to the left, and we are on the main embankment of Sirius. This area around here is called IMERETI Resort. We see something over there saying Formula 1 actually. It is Sochi Formula 1 circuit. Never to be used again. It's going to be used for something else, I believe. The rest of the time it works as a track and you can actually try out your racing skills over there. Driving some sports cars. The 17th of October. In every city I like some smaller streets, you know, like side streets and so on, especially with private houses where people live for years. It's usually very amusing to see. This little place is fun. I like it. Step inside its door. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. We want to take some side streets. Ой, ну все. We stop it. Street style. So typical Adler. That's what I like about it. You know, like countryside vibes. Диковато. И шашлыки. Тут есть такие, знаете, аутентичные места, шашлычные, аутентичные. Заказала пиво, смотрите размерчик. Это жигулевское светлое. Не Лёвенбраун, нет. Я не люблю люля-кебаб, но посмотрим, что они сделают в грузинском ресторане. Сметанно-чесночным соусом и картошечкой по-деревенски. Порция картошки по-деревенски. Прекрасный соус, homemade, домашний. Люля-кебаб из говядины. Да, очень неплохо. Очень вкусно. height, 5,642. That's the height of the west peak of Elbrus, one of the peaks of the Caucasian mountains. It's the highest peak in Europe, higher than Mont Blanc. Barbecue, anybody? Or dried fish with beer? Mini market. When I first arrived in Sochi, I stayed here in Adler for 10 days for my New Year first arrival holiday. And I was just fascinated by the mountains there in the background. You live somewhere where you can directly see the mountains right in front of your eyes. It was my dream for a very long time. What somebody has in their garden? Ta-da! Tangerines, grapes, post boxes, yay! Typical southern Russian style hotel. Krasnodar region, where Sochi is also one of the winemaking regions of Russia. Here we have the shop with local wines and cheese. Okay. Australia, Germany, where else? Chile. Here, Spain. From Kuban. Kuban is the other name for Krasnodar region. This ones come from Crimea, and this one says, for example, nothing makes a girl more beautiful than my rosé. Okay, or here, for example, change your little pleasures for wine pleasures. It's a little bit of a play on words in Russian together with my Chardonnay. Armenian cognac. Going out into the street again. Ta-da! Quite eccentric, just look at this. In the south of Russia and generally in Russia you can see a lot of weird architecture. This cafe right here was one of the first ones that I went to when I moved to Sochi, because it looks kind of cozy, it's not very expensive, and it's in this busy kind of street. I love the location, probably have some nostalgic feelings about it. Might go though a little later. I'll show you an ornithological park right now. Let's take a look. Those mountains are just crazy. This area, the IMERETI Lowlands, is the place migrating birds are stopping actually for some break, and the birds are migrating along the coast of the Black Sea. I stayed not far from here when I moved to Sochi. I was staying somewhere around there for my first couple days. Man, just look at the mountains here. Aren't they gorgeous? Just look at that. I was literally fascinated by the view of the mountains. Imagine, I moved here from St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is located on the flat surface. There are no hills or nothing. There is no relief of the ground at all. It's just flat. And then you move somewhere and you see this view. Isn't that amazing? And you know, the tops of the mountains, they were also covered in snow, because I moved on the 29th of December last year, and it was winter time, and you know, this snow-capped mountains, all this green grass here, snow up there in the mountains, it was just amazing. But I was not planning to be living in here in Sirius in Adler. I was planning to eventually move to Sochi, where I currently am. I know you're jealous. Me too. 15% battery. I suggest we go grab something to eat. I need to charge my phone. Pear and basil lemonade. Welcome. Traditional Georgia khachapuri. Bread with baked cheese and an egg. Конечно, здесь есть и такие рестораны. Такие рестораны и такие. 20 сортов пива, 7 сортов чачи. Никогда не пробовала чачу. Говорят, заходите. It's the 17th of October. Just a few kilometers to the border with Abkhazia. That is all Abkhazia actually already. Abkhazia is definitely beautiful. Interesting thing is you haven't seen the dolphins today, but when I went on a yacht, I have actually about a year ago. Beautiful Life на Имеретинской набережной. Можно прикупить себе домик за энное количество миллионов, много миллионов, прямо на набережной. Если хочется кофе, можно пройти, на самом деле, до Имеретинского порта. Вон там, чуть подальше. Я думаю, таки да. Морской квартал называется. Здесь апартаменты можно снимать тоже недалеко от порта и недалеко от центральной набережной. В порту Имеретинки обещали супер-мега-крутую яхту Олега Дерипаски. Из супер-мега-крутых яхт здесь стоит только вот это. Но это микро-мини-яхта. Это не... Где это мега-супер-яхта? Фу.